In this video, I'm going to show you how to autosave in neovim. I'm inside neovim right now, and you will notice when I edit the file, you will see an autosave message on the bottom right corner. So let me do that right now. Going to the bottom of the file, I'm going to add some text here, text, and you see the message on the bottom right corner. It says autosave. I'm going to edit the file again, text2. You will see the message shows up again. Auto formatting also works. I'm going to indent to one space and you will notice that auto formatting will be applied. So I'm adding some other text here, more text, and it auto formatted the file correctly. I'm going to add another line, but I'm going to indent it 3 spaces and it's going to auto format it as well. Text, and it auto formatted properly. Notice that undo and redo also work. I'm going to press the letter U a few times right now. I'm pressing the letter U, undoing the last changes. Now I'm going to press the letter R, Control R to redo the last changes. I'm pressing it right now and it works fine. The way I do the autosave is with the plugin. I'm gonna show you where that is in a minute. But first I'm gonna show you a Reddit post that I created in which I asked how people do autosave. This is how I did it in the past. When I was in insert mode, I pressed KJL and that took me out of insert mode and saved the file. But I save way too often, so I needed something more dynamic, and that's why I decided to use the plugin. You can go over this post and you will find a lot of different ideas, suggestions on how people autosave. There is a comment here that mentions debounce, and here is a link to the function if you want to explore that. There's also this other option which mentioned the debounce strategy. I didn't know what that meant, so I decided to give it a try. But before I could try it, I found out about this plugin. You will be able to see that plugin here at the top of the file. Let me show you where that is, and it's here. I tried this first, but this plugin is not maintained. It hasn't been maintained in around 2 years. Let me open that real quick. So you'll be able to see that the last change was 2 years ago. And I was having some issues with this plugin. I could not undo and redo because it had some conflicts with auto formatting. But there is a fork of this plugin that is actively maintained, which is the one that I'm using right now. And it hasn't given me any issues. Let me go to my neovim and I'm gonna show you that file right now. Okay, so this is the file. Here is the URL. Let me go there. As you can tell, this is a fork of the other plugin that we were looking at. If you like this, make sure to start it. And here's all the instructions for the plugin. You can scroll down here. Here's the LazyVim installation instructions. You will be able to find the default configuration here at the bottom as well. It's right here. So that's how I added the plugin. Let me go back to neovim. I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so here it is. I didn't change any of the default options, but let me show you some things that you might want to change. Here we have the cleaning interval, which is the message that shows on the bottom right corner. Stays there for 1.25 seconds. This is if you want to dim the color of that message that shows up. Here you can see the trigger events. Notice that it saves immediately when you leave the buffer or when the focus is lost. There is another option here, no auto command, which is the one that helped me with the auto formatting issues when I did undo and redo. You can read more about that in this link, in this GitHub issue. This is where the maintainer explains what's going on and how it was fixed. This same issue was brought up in the original plugin, but it was not fixed. Some other thing that you might want to change is down here, the debounce delay. This is the time that it waits to save the file after you make a change. I have it set to the default, which is 1 second, but I'm going to change it to 5 seconds so you can see how it works. Okay, so I just changed it. It auto-saved. Let me go back to the other file. I'm gonna quit and reopen this file. Okay, so I reopened it. Now I'm going to edit something here. Edit new text, and you will see that it will take 5 seconds for the message to show up on the right-hand side. And there it showed up. It took some time. The same thing applies for the auto formatting. Let me edit the file again. You will see that auto formatting is applied 5 seconds after and then it's saved. So I'm going to add some text here. Add text. I'm waiting for the 5 seconds to complete. And after 5 seconds, it auto formatted and saved. That is the only reason why I set this value to 1 second because 5 seconds is too much for me. Okay, so I just changed it back to the default value. I'm going to leave a link to this file in the video description so that you can just copy and paste. I also want to show you the way that I used to do it before with the key map that I have here. I use K and J to exit insert mode, as you can see here. But before I did the autosave, this is what I used to do. When I exit the file in the past, it used to save only if the buffer had been modified since the last save. If you want to try that option, instead of autosave, you can copy the code here and that would do it. I'm also going to leave a link to this file in the video description. As you can see, I can alternate between my two files, pressing Hyper-V space. I can switch between the last two files. I do this using a tmux shortcut. You will be able to find that on the top right corner. But basically, I just switch between the last two sessions. I sort the sessions by time, and that's what makes it possible. Also, if you notice here on my neovim file, I have some images. I have a video on how to view and paste images in neovim. I can save them in different formats, AVIF, JPEG, PNG. I have a video for that, and you will also be able to find it on the top right corner. So I think I covered everything that I needed to cover. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, if you need help, please leave the comments down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.